Hello, everyone. Welcome. Good evening. We're back tonight with Autonauts. Oh, and my name is Jeff. You can call me Jeff. Tonight, the plan is to dig back in where we left off. We set up the mortar, and we should start building the houses that use that mortar. So, our planet that we totally gave a name. Nutmeg. Good evening. Order. So we need things like chimneys and fireplaces for our cottages. Scoot forward, scoot back. Good times. Great entertainment. All right. Going to set up over here our chimneys and... Yeah. Because those things take... under parts. So those things take the shaped stone blocks? Nope, just regular stone. And mortar. That was the thing. So we've got our mortar here that we set up last time. Seem to be doing okay with it. We can upgrade these sand runners to use the better buckets so they can get 3 at a time instead of 1 at a time. That's something we should do. I'll set up, I guess maybe I should do that before setting up the stuff that uses the mortar, but... That's just a weird stack. How's everything else going? Oh yeah, we had research going for the playthings. That was basically the last thing we needed for the next level of research. We're gonna need a coconut to be able to do the very last one. But anyway, we will set up our... Control click? Yeah. Get this wheelbarrow out of the way. And right click, okay. So we'll set up our chimneys and fireplaces to get those started making. As far as I know, those are only used in the housing. So I'm not going to have like boxes of them. Where did those store? Those go in crates. The chimneys also go in crates. So I could put them in crates, but I kind of don't want to. As far as I know, they're only used in blueprints for like the cottages and maybe later houses. So if not, we'll figure that out later, but this should be fine. What benches were those? The masonry benches, right? That's why I made these. Our mortars here, we've got... We don't have stone down here. So maybe I build it somewhere between the stone and the mortar. Of course, we can carry quite a bit of stone. I don't want to build here because that's getting crowded already. I'll just put it out here. Maybe have a small box of stone nearby. And I'm not going to have extra boxes for these. We'll put floors under it. Like so. These will be fireplaces, and these will be chimneys. So each of them, they have the same recipe. 10 stone, 5 mortar. So we can copy the bots and reuse the programming after we program one of these. So let's get a bot. Ooh, we passed 300 last episode. I didn't even notice. Fishing stuff. New bot. You are going to... We'll have this one do the mortar. And then, yeah, I'll put a box of stones down here. That way it's not such a long trip for these makers. So you will get a bucket. You'll need a bucket. And then you will get mortar out of the mortar silo. And these are good buckets, so it'll have 3. And then you will come put that on this. I think it only puts 1 at a time. Yeah, just a few. How you doing, Gareth? Good evening, or whatever. I can't remember what time zone you're in. If hands are empty, go get a bucket. Actually, take this now before I forget. Until your hands are until the held object is full, go get some mortar. Then add to the masonry bench until hands are, no, not hands. Held object is empty. You'll do that forever. Yes. This is fireplace. Fireplace mortar. And I actually want to rename these real quick. So this is the fireplace bench. And this one is the chimney bench. Chimney bench. That's not how you spell that. Chimney. I say nay. Chimney. All right. We've got the mortar there. And that bot, let me, where does it go? Right there. I'll at least temporarily copy this one up here. And then go to this new bot and copy the fireplace mortar script onto it. Texas? Okay. Yeah, it's 9:23 here. So it's still going to get the mortar bucket, fill it up with mortar, but instead of the fireplace bench, this one will be going to the chimney bench. You are chimney bench. I'll get a bucket, get some mortar, bring it on down. Cool, cool. Box for the stones before I get the box stone bots going. Yeah, I'll leave a gap. So these are what do I want to call this? Fireplace, chimney, stones. I'll call it. We'll have a bot just running those over here. So it's going to go to the stone warehouse box here. And we'll do a stow retrieve so it can do fewer trips. It's going to come and put them in the fireplace chimney stones here. We'll just do hands full, hands empty on these. This is sort of a generic script I could save and reuse again. So I might do that. We'll call this FP Chimney Stone Supply. Close enough. So I should be able to bring... I did hands full, hands full. Hands empty. There we go. I miss that all the time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Because it was using all 6 hands and 2 backpack slots. Okay. Then, let me go ahead and copy this to the database and call it I'll just call this supplier. And the next bot that we need, just fill up your stuff and bring it to somewhere else. Bring it to a box. We can just copy that script onto it. This bot will be getting stones and putting them on the fireplace here. This is because it's 10. I'll just do hands full, hands empty. Repeat forever. Go. These are fireplace, stone. Is that 6? 7, because I put 1 on. We'll get our first chimney here. Work, 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 work. Of course, it's facing backward. There you go. I'll copy that up here. At least temporarily. We'll call this, or no, we want to find the new bot here. So you notice this is our 109th Mark II bot that we've built from scratch. Because they're Mark II and then a triple-digit number. And now I go here and say the fireplace stone. Download that. But you're going to be the chimney bench. So it's still going to pull from this stone box here and put them in there. Go, you are chimney stones. Whoops, I need to put a limiter on that. I'll put it on the stones. That doesn't work. It's gonna drag this on. So if the chimney is empty, only then do the thing. Or let me also have it move there instead of waiting at the stones. And where's my fireplace stone? I need to update you. The good news is we'll use those 4 fireplaces. We'll need more than that. If the fireplace bench is empty, do that. Okay. Now we should be good. It'll fill up its hands with stones and then it'll just wait here until we use these. Great. So that's... I named this chimney bench? This is chimney mortar, right? Mortar. So there's chimney stone, chimney mortar, fireplace stone, fireplace mortar, chimney, chimney. And we'll put them on a team. That's not how that works, is it? Yeah, it didn't work that way. Never mind. Chimney mortar, chimney stone. Those will go on a team. Call it chimneys. And we'll have fireplaces. We're going fireplaces. And then there's the fireplace chimney stone supply. What I'll do is put that one, the I could kind of group them together. Fireplaces and chimneys. Are they both selected? Yes. Okay. Actually, I think I have to do it this way. Cottage parts, I'll call it. Well, they're not really cottage parts. House parts. And then I'll make a team of teams. I'll put this bot in there because it's sort of the logistics for that. House parts. And we'll put the fireplaces in there. And we'll put these chimneys in here. Chimney bots. And the house parts. There we go. So we've got our house parts in like one team there. Things looking pretty good. Love is going fine. Research is going all right. Almost done with it. Okay, so we've got chimneys, we've got fireplaces. We could, I think that's all we needed for housing. Where's the houses? Here we go. So stone cottages, we'll start building those. I think I'll do them this way so they can walk up and down. We have 10 colonists, so I'll do 5 and 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The planks are the first stage. Then there's the fireplace and chimney are part of it later, I know. I think there's hay or straw. We'll see what the next stage is. Yep, chimney and fireplace. So we'll need bots bringing those in, but we have our blueprint bot in the database. So let's get our mark. Should have started here and come up and get the blueprint item. This, of course, is going to be a weird one because we're not taking from a box this time. But a hard part of the script is taken care of, I guess. So my nearest fireplace in the fireplace bench here instead of the clay. Take that. Okay, and you are higher. Close enough. Fireplace blueprint. Go. I'll put this back down. That's gonna go put fireplaces on all these blueprints. Sweet. And this spot will also get the blueprint script just to make our jobs easier. You will find a chimney and pick it up. It's there. Go ahead and go. I'll drop mine there, so I don't need it. And this is chimney blueprints. Fantastic. There's one with the stage already done, and now the stone bot will bring stones down. So fireplace blueprint and chimney blueprint, those can both go up in the blueprint makers here. Got 23 different types of things being brought over by the blueprint bots. That's fun. Okay, this one is on stage 4 already. Logs and stones. So this is taking a little while to get stones down here. What I might think of doing, I might use the wheelbarrow to bring these down. Of course, that's another bot. Actually, it'll be 2 more bots. One to load up the wheelbarrow up there, one to empty it down here. Because you can have the bots engage the wheelbarrow, do something, and then like engage it and disengage it so they can let go of the wheelbarrow, move it somewhere, and then pick it back up again and move. But I find it easiest to just have the bot move somewhere, have someone else fill the wheelbarrow up, and once it's full, then the wheelbarrow bot moves down here and someone else empties it. And of course, at the same time, we're not in a hurry on these. So making this a highly optimized process is not a high priority. We just need enough for these cottages, and then these will stop, and this box will fill up again. So, no rush. No hurry. No harm, no foul. Forestry going well. Yep. Seedlings are doing great. Oh, something I did think of. Hey, research. Wooden buttons. A plush pony. Or the doll. Those are the 2 different types of toys we can make. And the toy station where you make those. Hooray! We unlocked another new level of research. Level 5 is unlocked now. So there's the Mark III bots. Those are the best bots you can get. What else do we have? The stationary steam engine and some metal stuff. Even better clothes. The mansion. The cement mixer there. Good stuff. Communication technology. Health. But we already have, that was level 5 we just unlocked. Level 6 looks like the last level. So level 5 just unlocked. We still have all of level 4 to do before we even get there. So plenty to go still before we get to the next thing. I'm going to go ahead. This will take forever, but might as well have the colonists put to work, So I'm going to throw a square frame on there and start this research, even though we're nowhere close to the next level of WoW. So what are these? WoW X10, I think it was. WoW X100, actually. Yeah. The next one will be WoW X1000, but we're a little ways away from that. Okay, toy station. Oh. Square frame for that. The research. Square frame. I'll watch my hands. Got it. I'm select that. What I was going to say before the research finished was I don't necessarily need the canoe. Oh, I've got to upgrade this. I forgot. In order to go get the bulrushes, I could try to build a land bridge. Have a bot, not there, but this is a pretty skinny spot. Maybe try to have a bot build a land bridge across here. Because I think you can dump dirt or sand into the deep water and you'll get shallow water eventually. So I'm going to give it a try anyway. See if we can do that. I'm gonna have to upgrade this. Let me stop that research. This is why I need to make teams of teams. What are they again? Research factory. Research bot. Stop. Come over here to be out of the way. And let's see, the upgrade. What did it say it needs? Stick stones and rough blocks. I think we have all of those in our blueprints. So, oh, door frames and window frames is the last stage of these cottages. Yeah, I've got a stone block bot coming from way over there. Yeah. Sweet. And then 2 more sticks, and we've got our new research. Great. Now I can move this back and start using it. I'm in the way, of course. That right there. All right, give me that square frame again. Structural parts. That on and start the research up again. So if I remember, the structural parts will give us some more like the triangular frames, this box frame, and we can do the wooden beam. Also the parquet flooring. But the triangle frames are something I needed for the water wheel, which I definitely want to build. I'm gonna need door frames and window frames, and I'll come right back to that. What I want to try first is seeing if I can take a bucket and sand and start making a land bridge in deep water. Because if I can make a land bridge over to the island, then I don't have to worry about that canoe. Where's going to be the best spot to cross? I think right here. Can't zoom in. But right across here, I think. Well, it doesn't look like it. See how it's got that red square? It's not going to let me dump it there. I'll try anyway. It's a long walk, but could have tried it somewhere closer. Here, just come here. Nope. Well, that's a bummer. Come put that back. My cleanup crew just standing around down there. Empty? It's empty. And drop that off in the buckets. Well, okay. That's gonna take forever. That puff of smoke coming out of this now. Alright, so door frames, window frames. Those, how do we make those? We're gonna need structural workbenches, square frames, that kind of stuff. This is mostly the same recipe. The window frames only take 1 square frame. Panels, poles, fixing pegs. The door frames take logs instead of poles and take an extra square frame. So it'll be mostly the same. I think we can continue to use our blueprints. Oh, stove. Oh, we got it. Let's do a quick double check for power. I think we should be good. Someone on the weeds farm ran out, but... Yep, they're charged now. We've got straw coming in from way up here for that blueprint, but okay. So it was all wooden stuff that we needed. I might build those out here, or actually up here. Structural workbenches. I do have 2 of those. Cool. I'll put it, let's say, kind of want it offset from the bots for just a visual offset there. Do this. Straight up and over here. And this was door frame, bench, and this is the window frame bench. Oh, I'm already there. This was door frames, door frames. And this one's window frames. All right, let's get making. So, new bot, you'll be the kind of bot like the stone bot. Yes. So you are going to get, we're going to start with square frames. So you're going to go to square frames and take from square frames, then I come up to the window frames and add to the window frames. I think I'm gonna make the poles be the control on this one. Okay, this is window frame squares. We'll call it square. So I didn't even have to perform those actions. That's what I love about the blueprint. Not blueprint, but the bot database. All right. Next bot actually can be, let's rename, while I'm in here, let me rename the, we'll call this one basic ingredients. We'll download that to the new bot here, and we'll program it to be basically the same. We're going to get square frames, and you're going to add them to the door frames here. Oh, you are door frame squares. What's next? I'll do the poles. And the reason I'm going to do the poles next, actually, I don't need to even stop the other bots. Let me do those house parts. And chimneys and the stone have that extra if in there. So I'm going to copy this up. And I'm going to call it controller ingredients. And then we can use this script for whichever bot we want to be the one to say, don't keep going if the thing is full, isn't empty. Or only keep going if it's empty. So the next one was, let's get panels. You're going to be basic ingredients. You're going to get panels. Oops, I don't want panels. I need to record. Get a panel. And then add it to the window frame bench. So you are window frame panels. And this spot will be the panels, panels for the door frames. So get panels and put them on the door frame bench. Door frame panel. Actually, because the names were so long in the other one that I keep having to expand this, I'm going to put this out there instead. Database, store this one. And delete this old one. Okay. This is a bucket ingredient. Blueprint bot supplier. Cool. So others here, we'll do the fixing pegs. I think we've got that good. Okay, basic ingredients. You will go to fixing pegs. And take them to the window frame bench. Window frame peg. This spot, you will be basic ingredients to move to pegs and take to door frames. Go for it. Door frame pegs. And our last ingredient will be the poles. This will be our controller bot. So this will take a couple extra things. I'll probably save this one instead too because of that long name there. But instead of you're gonna go to the poles. Right, poles for this one. You're going to then move to the window frame bench. And if the window frame bench is empty, then we're going to add to the window frame bench. Poles to window frames. Cool. Window frame pole. So that picked up 6 of them. It's on its way. We should get our first window frame here. And it's gonna wait until this bench is empty. So there you go. We'll have a blueprint bot for these. Just like we do for the chimneys down here. The chimney stuff. And we need logs for that. So let's do that. With the ingredients controller, you are going to go to logs. And then come up to the door frame bench. And if the door frame bench is empty, we'll add to the door frame bench. Door frame log. And that'll carry 2 up here. And there's our first door frame. Fantastic. Now, let's put these on some teams. So panel, peg, square, and logs will be door frames. Frams. SMRT. Those were door frames. Those are more house parts, so I'll put them in the house parts super team. And we have window frame, panels, pegs, poles, and squares. These are window frames. And these will also drop into our house parts super team here. Cool, cool. Mortar is out of power. Are they in the power range? Let's see. Looks like it. Who's actually out, though? The water supply way over here. Okay. So we need a charge bot out here. Somebody's getting a new job. Who's next? The Ontario Gardener. I think he's doing plate up tonight. Let's maximize this. And there we go. Right there. You get to charge this lake. Make sure it's powered. Here goes. Doo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo. Next up, let's finish these cottages, and then we can just delete them, get them out of the way. Actually, we'll probably put them out here, and we'll have to expand our food this way some. We'll see. Let's get a bot doing blueprints. What am I doing? This is a blueprint bot. And instead of going to the clay, you are going to find a window frame. And do that. I want to set this down first. Go. Window frame blueprints. There's going to be 2 of these for each one. So it'll be a little bit slow. That'll be fine. I think the door frame's also weigh 4. Yep. But we're going to do the same thing for this bot. Make it a blueprint bot. And we can get rid of the clay and say find a door frame. Go ahead and go. Door frame blueprints. And the window frame blueprints. And go in the blueprint team. Our mountain chopper up here ran out of power. I'll just go grab it since it's a one-off. Can I get to it? Got it. Nice. Notice we're using a lot of panels and stuff again, so everything's running out. I mean, kind of running out. Ta-da! Look at this, 2 cottages already. Stone cottages. For now, I'm just gonna store those up in my inventory. Ah. Hey Gareth, you ran out of power. That's alright, somebody else got you. Okay, so we've got our cottages. Next up, we will need the better food and the better clothing and the better toys. What is our next level of clothes? Right now we are making the tunics. So the next level up is the dress, which needs string, cotton cloth, and tunics. So we'll pretty much build another one of these. I think we're making string for the, we'll take this instead of using the string for just fishing rods. We'll take that and make it part of our, well, I guess we'll probably, we need string for lots of things. But we'll definitely stop using it for fishing poles. We don't need those. So better clothes, we have the better houses, we'll need the better food, and then we don't have toys started at all. Please. Leisure. We can make, we have a choice here, kind of like the food, where we can make, pick one food and make just that. We could make both kinds of toys, but if you just pick one, that works just fine. To make the doll, it takes poles, stone, wool blankets, so we'll need to shear sheep, and buttons. To make the plush pony, also takes wool blankets, thread, wooden buttons, and straw. Most of these also take like the previous toy. So the train takes the toy horse and carriage. The toy horse and carriage takes the plush pony and a toy horse and cart. You have 2 horses now. Toy horse and cart takes the plush pony, and the plush pony is the basic one. And then the same thing with the doll. You take the doll and add it to make a jack-in-the-box. The jack-in-the-box and another doll makes the dollhouse. And then the dollhouse and some other stuff makes the rocket. So we can just pick one. I think I'm going to go with the dolls. But in any case, we'll need to start penning up some sheep before we get to that. So, on that note, do we have fences? We don't have any fences at all. We could use walls, I guess, because we're using wood for so much else. I mean, I like the look of the fences, but we're having trouble keeping up with everything else. As far as the wood goes, I mean. Well, this was down around 30, now it's up to 37-ish. So, I mean, we are keeping up, right? Fixing pegs are empty. Need to upgrade the bench saws for those. Not bench saws, these are mechanical frame saws. Delete that one, this one. .6 out of 100. All right. Let's move on to, I think that would be interesting to build the pens for the sheep. So let's get started on that. Can I make shears yet? I know that's a thing, I just can't remember. Crude shears. Yeah. I just don't think I'm making them yet. They just take crude blades. Okay. Let's automate that real quick. I think they're made on a good workbench. I don't know if I have any of those anymore. Why am I doing that? This one. I have one good workbench. That'll do. That'll work. Workbench. Oh, there. Using a lot of stone down there. Make shears up here. And I want a box for them. Crate. Because that would be just crate. These would be crude shears. No, that's the crude shear bench. This is crude shears. This is the crude shear bench. Yeah. There they are. Crude shears. 2 blades, 2 poles. So let's make a quick team for that. This bot. This will be our controller ingredient bot. Really want to change that. You are going to get the blades. And you're going to move to the crude shears bench. And if the crude shear bench is empty, add to crude shear bench. Crude shear blade. It's raining pretty loud outside right now. All right, we got our blades. And this bot, this will be the basic ingredient one. You are going to move to poles and add them to the crude shear bench. Crude shear poles. I wanted to update the blades here. Well, not update it, but copy this up and make this one the controller ingredients. Just because it has the shorter name for stuff, so I don't have to scroll sideways to hit these targets like I did for the fireplace stuff down here. This is all fireplace / chimney stone stuff. All of our cottages are built. Sweet. So our new homes will be out this way. I'll get the cleanup crew to take care of this. And then that'll be a nice little area out here too to do maybe the toys. And we can backfill this. What are these again? Log cabins. These log cabins, this space can be for our next tier up of food. So, in order to do that... Oh, the cleanup crew, that's what I was gonna do. Zoom out a bit. Okay. Out this way. And there. Take care of that grass and dirt. And I'll just put the sign back down. So see, I dragged it through this area up here, so they're digging. They saw that while I was dragging through there, and they're taking care of that first. That's why I'm careful not to just drag it through the middle of my base, or they'll delete like a broom that's sitting out, waiting to be picked up. Anyhow, I also wanted to start sheep herding? Shepherding? So let me get that going. I think those will be good down this way. Maybe out here. Let's go. What do the sheep eat again? I forget. Sheep. I'm checking the wiki, reading the manual. So, see, they can be sheared when they're full. We can feed them hay bales. That's what it is. We can definitely make those out of the straw that we have. There's a shearing shed that we can use to get extra fleece out of them. Huh. Okay. So the food, if we pen them, we can feed them grass, cut grass, hay bales in a trough, or hay bales on the ground. The hay bales in a trough are the best way to feed them. And let me double check, how do you make a hay bale? You stab, oh, it's cut grass. For some reason I was thinking it was straw. So you stab cut grass with a pitchfork to make hay bales. Later on we'll get a hay baler and can use that. But to start with, we've got a pitchfork. Yes, gonna put sheep in a fold. Put in a sheepfold. Like a fitted sheep. Filling that in, and I'll fill this in. I'm thinking I'm gonna put the sheep down here, kind of next to the water. And I don't have a grass farm anywhere. If we're gonna feed them grass, I mean, we can plant grass and they'll just eat it, but it's even better if it's cut to begin with. So maybe I make a small grass farm too. I already have a weed farm, why not a grass farm, right? Yeah. This fishing rod string, it's not really specific to fishing rods anymore. We'll just call it string. What are you taking from string to... Oh no, this is... Never mind. Can I undo that? Control Z? No. This isn't the string making. That's the one bringing string over to the fishing rod bench. Okay, cleanup crew is done. I'm gonna have them clean this up too, since we're planning on working right there. I will very carefully drag this down here. Yes, like so. Drop that there. So they'll clear all this up. Meanwhile, how many sheep? I'm gonna see the shearing shed takes, I think, just 4 sheep. Is it 3? 3 sheep. So I want to aim for about 3 sheep. Something just went ding. Probably something related to a plan. So my sheep, I'm going to put sheep. I'm going to build a, let's see, if I have 3 sheep and a trough, I'm going to want at least a 6x6 area inside. So 7x7, let's go into planning mode for this. E for planner. If I do something like an 8x8, it'll be 7x7 inside. The shearing shed takes, it's sort of a 2x3 with the in and out spot there. So that will take up a little bit of the corner inside. Another new area. If our walls are on the outside, the sheep shearing thing will be here. And we can have a door maybe here. That'll leave the rest of the inside there for the sheep. Do I have any of these? I think I do. Build some. The fun thing is that the sheep shouldn't, I don't think they will, go out through these arches. Even though there's not a door, the animals won't go through doorways. So I don't have to build a gate. I could be wrong on that. We'll find out. But let's put down these stone walls. Something like this. And then we'll have our arch here. This we don't need, and this we don't need anymore, really. We'll need a grass farm. I'll build that. Put that in here with our other, we'll have weeds, pumpkins, grass. Because grass, we will use a scythe on that, and we don't have to keep replanting it. What are we doing? Oh. Arch. Let's put one of those in down here. Perfect. So this will be our sheep. Just so I don't forget, in case I don't finish it this episode. Sheep. Let's make it 8x8. No, 9x9. Still wrong. 10x10. There we go. Sheep. And let's try to catch one. It's a chook. Let's find a sheep somewhere. It's a cow. Chook. They're gonna be in the grass somewhere. It's another cow. Are there no sheep anywhere? I don't have to. Just double check that I don't have to make sheep. Nope, they should just be randomly on the map somewhere. Great. Don't walk all the way down there. There's a chook, can't find any dirt. Sheep? Call out in chat if you find a sheep. Sheep, 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 sheep. Sheep shed. Yeah, I know real sheep go through fences. And technically we're not growing potatoes. A she shed. So, on a sheep quest. Another beehive there. Sheep, 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 sheep. It's a cow. Watch, I'm gonna end up with no sheep on this island too. What is that? Stone? Nice. Chook. Ah, I got something in my eye. Sheep, sheep. Some grass. Coal. Nice. Sheepy. Is that a sheep? Sheep. I think that's a sheep over there too. So they're easier to catch at night when they're sleeping. Got one. I can't put it in my backpack. No. Let's go drop it in here. Make sure it can't get out. Test our theory on the gate here. The arch. Oop. Yay, did you see it liked it? There's a little heart popped up. Now it wants grass. So this counts as penning the sheep. If I destroy this or get rid of this stone arch, first thing it'll do is take off for something to eat. The other sheep was right here. Let's go get that one while we're at it. That's a chook. That's a chook. Getting close. Catch it. Got it. All right, look at that. 2 sheep. They're not happy yet. Not really, but it will be soon. Let's get our... need a box of shears down here. And we'll want a box for fleece for the way out. Yeah, we'll put shears on one side and fleece on the other. This will be our fleece output. Might be happier once there's 2. Just wait till they make 3. Okay, sheep. Shears. See the softer side of shears. Hey, there's Wally. How you doing, Wally? Requisite shout out.
Hey, listen!
Lurking and working? Lurking hard or hardly lurking? Sheep is sleeping. Apparently they started counting each other. Let's get a supply bot, bringing shears down. And since we have the supplier, we can just program that. So, go to these shears. Oh, we don't have a bot stowing them. Dang it. Yeah, but anyway, you'll go to the crude shears. Fill up your hands. And then you're gonna bring those all the way down here to the sheep shears. Sheep shears. So, sheep shear supply. Yes. Both hard and hardly. Let's make a stow bot. Because I don't have one yet in the database. we go. Find shears. Put them in the box. These guys are usually hands full, but it's fine if they're not full. Just try to pick up more than one if there's more than one there. Hands empty. Cool. Go. So you are shear stow. Crude shear stow. And we'll save this to the database and call it just Stowbot. So the next time we have something just stowing stuff, we just copy that out of the database. Get these arches. So, sheep. Sheep want grass. We need grass farm for sheep to have grass. When we shear the grass, I think I just take cut grass and put it in a hole to plant grass. Oh, you don't even need a hole. Just soil. Okay. How much of that will I want? Let's see, we're not going to be able to do the hoe thing. The scythes, we'll go ahead and use these. Because you can, once the grass is fully grown, you can scythe it, and it'll just regrow. You don't have to replant it. So, we'll need a box for where we put the grass after we've cut it. I'll put it here so it's kind of on the road. And speaking of road, put in some more road here. And then the grass will go, let's say we get a sign for that. I can reuse this body shop sign. We're not using that anymore. So I'll move here. There's a setting. There's a bunch of quality of life changes that are coming to the game once they have released the Autonauts vs. Pirate Bots game. While they were working on that, they came up with a lot of quality of life improvements that they're going to like backport into this game, but they're focused right now on releasing the new game first. Let's see. Your area will be not up here. Down here. One of those quality of life improvements is a setting that you can do in the settings menu to have signs always face the front. So none of this accidentally setting it down backward or having to approach it and pick it up from a specific direction. Yeah, 7x7 like that should be fine. I don't know. I don't know if I like how unsymmetric it is. So 8x8 like that. That's better. I probably don't need that much grass, but that's the kind of thing that I say now and then regret later. Grass farm. Just grass farm. Set it down. See, because if I pick up the sign and like walk off this way and then set it down, it's going to face whichever direction I'm facing when I set it down. That's annoying. I have to like come here and then set it down here. All right. I'm going to need a temporary bot. I think we have shovels right here. I don't need to... I'll do that. Yeah, sure. You are a temporary bot, so I'll just program it. Get a shovel if you don't have a shovel. And then dig down here. In the grass farm area. So we'll dig out all of this turf and have our grass there. So take this. This will be an if-else. Hands are empty, go get a spade. Otherwise, find the nearest turf there. Forever for now, go. Temp. grass unturf? Are you unturf enough? And let's get a bot clearing this turf out of here. Find nearest turf dug in the grass farm here. Well, your hands are full, but it might not come out even, so we'll put the fail through there. And you will come over here and drop all in this area. I need to make like a drop-off point here. Should be able to get there and drop all. Cool. Let's do all of that forever for now as we temp turf shift. That's going to come down here and pick up as much as it can. And then go drop it all on the turf farm, which will automatically clean it up there. Meanwhile, let me go get... This is for grass. Oh, this grass output. Export? I've been using that word for a lot of these things. So grass out goes there. Let me get a shear scythe. That's what I meant. I'm not going to shear the grass. I'm going to scythe it. I actually cleaned up a lot of the grass around here. Where is some? There's some. They're closer. Kinda. Let's go over here. Zoom! When I scythe this, I think I just get one grass out of it. One or two, maybe. That's something the wiki would tell me. There's one cut grass. Yeah, unless it went under the stone somehow. Looks like it's just one. Okay. And I'll go plant this here. We'll get the grass farm started. Oh, I should have checked too if it goes flying or not. If it just lands where it was scythed up. Let me find... Who's here? Pumpkin scythe supply. Are you close enough? No. Ah, that wouldn't matter. Only carrying one at a time. Just go drop this up here. I don't have it. Shoot. Stop. Now drop it. Okay. Charge. Nope. Nope. Once this grass grows, we can start scything it. There it is. So we already have some that we can shear up. So, but you are going to get a scythe if you don't have one. I guess I could have held on to the scythe, but I would have had to reprogram the bot here anyway. So 6 of one, 12 of the other. Find grass here and scythe it. And the grass here means the grass farm. Check. Hold this for me. So if your hands are empty, go get a scythe. And we're also going to need an if for if the box grass export is not full. Go scythe some grass so we can fill it up. Check. So this is grass scythe. S-C-Y-T-H. E? E. So that'll take a minute for this to grow back again. Actually, there it is. This bot will find any cut grass. It looks like it lands on this spot. Unless that's just random luck chance. This will be our permanent stowbot. You're going to find the nearest cut grass in the grass farm sign area. I'm going to do that as much as you can, until your hands are full if you can. You're going to come up to the export box and empty your hands into it. Forever go. It'll be cut, grass, stow. And one more temporary bot to start planting all this cut grass. Look at how quickly that grows. It's awesome. This bot, I'm just going to have it do one at a time so it doesn't have a bunch of... It's not going to fill up its hands with a bunch of extra grass. Start planting it in the grass farm. Any soil you can. This will be... What, if hands empty... Go get a grass piece. Did that wrong. If hands are empty, go get a piece of grass. Otherwise, find the nearest soil and use it. Oh, this is temp grass plant. Once this whole farm area is planted up, it has grass everywhere, then we won't need to plant anymore. Scything will leave it there. And once that's done, then we can set up a station for turning the grass into hay bales if we want to. We can start feeding the grass to our sheep directly, too. We're making good progress on filling that up. So again, the whole reason for the grass is to feed the sheep, also later the cows. Feeding the sheep so that we can shear them and get fleece and make wool blankets that we'll need for the toys. It was just the toys, I think. Leisure. Yeah, so wool blanket to make the doll. The next level of what the dress here was going to take string. That's the only thing we're not making yet. It would take tunics, another piece of cloth, and some string and make a dress out of it. That'll be the next tier of clothing for the colonists. Hey, we're almost halfway there on the structural parts. Wally's still down here, waiting for fish. I don't actually need the fish, so I don't care. All those loose mushrooms. It looks like even our grass farm there is covered by charge bots already. Pretty cool. Trying to decide what to work on next. We're waiting on the grass farm, which is not going to take terribly long. We want to feed some of that grass to our sheep and get some fleece going. This will be kind of like the colonists. It's like if the fleece box is full, then we won't bring grass for the sheep to eat. And so we can't make the wool blankets yet. We can start working on the next level of food. We have the cottages. The clothing is waiting on the... No, the clothing's not waiting on anything. We could start the next level of clothes. And I could make this bigger and put the dresses in here. I think what I'm probably gonna do instead is just add on a separate little room over here. Actually, that does bug me being a little bit offset. That's fine, I guess. It'll be fine. Need more walls. Oh. let's use up all our stone again. Control click to build more wall blueprints. I'll leave a gap so nobody, or a blueprint bot doesn't block themselves in. And one more. I like the stone walls. We'll see how the stone goes if we need to get more diggers. Now that we have the database, it's a whole lot easier to just start copying a bunch of bots. Guess we should clean up our teams over here too. Crude shears, blade pole, stow. There's the grass farm, which right now is just these as the permanent bots. The other ones were temporary. Grass farm. That's sort of the turf color. The grass is a little darker than the turf. There was a grass farm. We'll get more scythers and grass collectors as we go. But this'll do for now. Our pumpkin's actually catching up. Our stack is disappearing again. We've almost planted this all up. We've stopped. We're done digging the turf. Unturfing. So let's bring this bot. Nope, that's not the button I wanted. Come to me. And our turf shifting bot, I think, is just waiting. Stop and come to me. I think I'll make one of these another scything bot and another collecting bot. Oh, look at that. We got a sheep right here. 2 of them eating our grass already. Just right out of the farm. Let's catch these. Toss them in here. Oh, they escaped. Look at that. So yeah, the arch won't work. Noted. Let's make some gates. Gate. Gate. Let's make like 4 of them. Here, I thought we just magically got 2 new sheep. It was just that whatever their search area was, they didn't see any grass, so they were just sitting here whining about grass instead of going out to find some. But now that we're growing grass right here, they're gonna come eat it. One of them's here. Nope, there they are. They're like, look at me thinking about that pen. I'm thinking about it. This one looks like it's ready to shear almost. It's a lot bigger than this one. Here we got gates. We got gates. What else? Okay. So get rid of this. Put a gate in. Alright, stone wall with a wooden gate. Now. Come here, you. Ha! Pun unintended. There. There we go. Now they can't get out the gate. Gosh. Okay. Grab her right here. And I know you want grass. Okay, Unturfer. Go ahead and give me your spade. I'm not near enough. Fine. Give me that. No. Here. And then... No, I want to copy the farm. So grass farm. Grass scythe. Going to copy that up here and then look for the temp grass unturf. This bot will get the grass scythe program. SCYTHE. Scythe. Get to work. Cool. Looks like we're all planted up now. The other bot was the cut grass stowing bot. Cut grass stow. Let me go find that bot. I now have 2 of those, so I'm gonna mess myself up. Cut grass stow. Yeah, see, that's my turf digging bot. I want the other one. Stow. Okay, this one I want to copy. I don't need the grass scything. Well, I might need the grass scything. We'll just keep it for now. Then I want the other cut grass stow bot. That used to be the turf bot. And then if I go to the bot database from here, I can download the cut grass stowing to it. So now it's actually finding cut grass and stowing it. And now we should be filling this box right up. Oh yeah. Go ahead and make it bigger too. We need more crates. Sneak those in there. So you can see our scything bots stopped because the box filled up. That's exactly what we wanted them to do. We don't want to have piles and piles of cut grass down here. I'll go ahead and store more than this, though. At least another crate on top to store 60. Maybe I'll go ahead and make it 100, but I think 60 will probably be enough. I'll put those, I'll just put one more on here. And you'll see they immediately start scything again because the box is not full. We can now start feeding our lovely sheep. I also want to look around to see if there's more sleepy sheepy. Now they're waking up. There might be some way up here. So I can just breed the sheep in a barn. I can take 2 sheep and add a bunch of grass to the barn and do that. I might just do that. There's animals, barn. Haven't built the barn yet. Let's make one of those. We will definitely need it later. Need to delete some of these walls. And one more, sure. Let's build a barn here. They'll get right on that. Alright, box is full again already. You can see we can program a bot to just bring grass down here, and the sheep will love it. I actually like it better if the grass is already cut. Gonna get it wild. Wild and woolly. Oh no, our cleanup bot. You see that? Our cleanup bot swept our stuff away. Let's move the cleaning crew. Woolly. Yeah, I thought that's what you meant. Roomba. Dang it. Go move our cleanup crew. You can drop off this spade while I'm up here too. I don't need that. Almost there? Almost there. So move over here. Start clearing this out. Up one in case those trees fall that way. Check, check. That back down and they can get back to work. So the sheep. Oh, wait, I have a spade. Move back here. Take it back. I take it back. Drop that spade here. Because I don't want it. So the way the sheep work is they'll eat grass. And once they've eaten a certain number of food, certain amount of food, they will be ready for shearing. And they'll just kind of sit still. Waiting to be sheared. And if you don't shear them within a certain amount of time, then they'll just like auto shear, but you won't get the fleece out of them. So they're eating this stuff like gangbusters. So if we take this grass and turn it into hay bales, then they'll eat, like the hay bale counts as 10 food, basically. So they'll eat the hay bale 10 times before the hay bale disappears. So the hay bales are going to be a lot more efficient than the one-to-one grass there. So let's set up hay baling. I don't have pitchforks yet, do I? Not making them anywhere. Axles. Pretty sure I'm not making pitchforks. Pitchforks, I am making pitchforks. Okay. We'll do the hay baling right down here. Eventually we'll get a hay baler. Barn. We'll get a hay baler that we can use similar to like the threshing machine. We'll get a hay baler that will do the hay baling instead of having to stab it with a pitchfork. But that's something to research or unlock with research later. I'll do the hay baling like here, yes. I'm gonna have a road going across here. I'll just do the hay baling right here, next to the road. Switch this over. I think hay bales go into a pallet. Let me get one of those built. This will be hay bale pitchforks. And we'll need a supply bot. So, mark bot here. We have our suppliers. You're going to go to, record, go to, were they pitchforks? And take from pitchforks. Then you're going to come way down here to the hay bale pitchforks and put them in there. So pitchforks, pitchforks, hay bale, hay bale. Go ahead. Let's just call it bales. Bale fork supply. The hay bales take 5 cut grass to make 1 hay bale. I'm gonna need to make a stack of grass, stab it with a pitchfork until it turns into a hay bale, and then put it in the hay bale palette here. Those hay bales. Let me actually move that over. I'm going to put that on this side so it's closer to the sheep. We're not crowding Wally over here. Give him his space. So I'm going to dump the grass here, stab it, and then someone else will grab it and put it over here. Seems legit. All right. So this grass planting bot, I don't need you anymore. Stop. I have it drop the grass here. And one of the bots should come pick that up eventually. Nope, it did not empty its hands. Drop everything, I said. Okay. Let's have this bot be our hay baler. No, this bot will bring the grass for the hay baler. This will be similar to the pumpkins. This is why I want the hay baler later. Because it's a lot better to have a machine and just say is the output empty, if not add grass to it. Instead of dumping it on the ground and having somebody stab it with a pitchfork. So for now, let's just do it this way. Pick it up from there, drop it here. And I think what I'll have it do too is see if there's grass here. Grass in, we'll just make it a 1x1. Stick with me here. So this little 1x1 right here. So it's going to go to the grass export here. And fill up its hands. Then move down to this specific spot. And what I want it to do is... how did I do that with the pumpkin staging bot? I have it search forever to try and find a pumpkin. And if it does find one, it'll exit the loop. If it doesn't find one, it'll exit the loop. But if it does find one, it'll be stuck in a forever loop. That's what it is. So try to find cut grass forever, but with a drop through. So the trick here is it'll get stuck in this forever loop as long as it sees grass there. Once it does find or does not find grass, it'll cause this failure and it'll exit out of the loop and it'll drop all the grass in its hands on that spot. So as long as there's at least one cut grass right here, it won't drop anymore. But once there isn't any, it'll drop the 6 grass that's in its hands. Meanwhile, our pitchfork bot will look for grass, and as long as this is not full, it'll create hay bales by stabbing the grass. That should work, right? Let me put that there. So this is stage bale grass. See, it's sitting here. There's 2 pieces of grass on the ground. And it's sitting here finding that grass over and over again successfully. So it's stuck in this forever loop until it can't find grass, in which case it'll drop everything it's holding and go get more. That should work. Okay. next bot is going to use the pitchforks if its hands are empty. Going to find cut grass and use that pitchfork. Going to trim this down to just the one by one here. Probably better to use a sign, but also this is kind of temporary until we get the hay baling machine. You can have this. Actually, let me hold that. You can see I stabbed one piece of grass, and over here it's telling me that the pitchfork has 1 out of 5 pieces of cut grass. So it gets stuck on the end of that pitchfork until it turns into a hay bale, and then the hay bale will just kind of fly out and be, hey, I made a hay bale. So it's going to, if hand's empty, go get a pitchfork. If the otherwise its hands are not empty, find grass and stick it, but only do that if the hay bale's pallet here is not full. Forever go. Fork bales. And there's our first hay bale. So it's gonna just keep doing that for now because we're not storing them yet. Get a hay bale. Stow it. And this will have a bit of a surrounding area because those go flying. This will be that 3x3 there. Check. So hands full if you can. Hands empty for stowing. Forever go. Hay bale stow. This will hold 25 of those. And then these are what I'm going to take down to my sheep pen to feed instead of directly grass. Oops, getting a little skippy here. If I drop that, they'll come chew on it for a while. And it looks like they take turns. So it's partially consumed hay bale. Sheep penned. We might be able to shear that already. I'm not sure. Looks like they're still eating. Oh yeah. Let's see down here. So they're both considered penned. So what I can do is have a bot watching for whether there's a hay bale, and if there's not, bring a hay bale and drop it. And then have another bot watching for sheep to shear. Once it's ready to be sheared, I'm pretty sure it says right over here that, ready to shear. I haven't done a lot of animal work. We're starting to run into where I haven't actually done some of this before. Yeah, there you go. So it's full, and it's flashing that little icon saying, hey, ready to shear. So let's go shear it. It becomes a little skin sheep again. We've got our shears, or our fleece. Ta-da! That's one. Now let's automate it. Let's organize too. So we have cut grass stow as part of our grass farm, as is our grass scything. they need to go on the grass farm. EFG grass farm. Our hay baling. Fork the bales, stow the bales, and stage the grass for the bales. This is hay bales. Hay bales, hay. Then we have our sheep shear supply. We'll have our we'll need a team for the sheep farm. That's what we're working on right now, so we'll do that next. Oh, the fork supply. This goes under the hay bales. EFGH. Hay bales. Okay, much better. Just want to check we're not putting too many of these down. I think it's working right. Yeah, so it hasn't dropped those yet. Now it has. Okay, that looks like it's working right. Let us... Let me give this to this bot. I like handing stuff over. Ah, I can only hold one. Never mind. So let's start eating our bots. Not our bots, our sheep. This bot's going to be very similar to the grass one. And drop it here. We're going to use that trick again where... let's see, this is a 9x9, so it's 8x8 inside, right? I need a sign for the sheep. Just stop that for a second. That back down. Sign. Sign for the sheep, because we're going to have lots of bots in there working on, like, shearing the sheep and looking for fleece and all that kind of stuff. So I got the sign. Let's come down here. This is our sheep. Put it here. Okay, so this will be sheep farm. And I want it to be the 9x9 of the walls. That's not 9x9. 8x8, the walls. Okay. So you are still waiting for me. That's awesome. Okay, so if you see any hay bales inside of the sheep farm, just wait. This will be forever. We're doing that same trick where as long as it finds a hay bale, it'll stay stuck in this forever loop. And once there aren't any hay bales, it'll come in and drop one. I think instead of having it stand there. Nah, let's do that. So it'll drop it and then go get it and come back. That should be fine. That'll be slightly more efficient if it's just standing there and it goes, hey, it's gone, and drops it and goes to get the next one. So forever. Go. You are the feed sheep. Oh, see, it dropped an extra one there. Because it's looking for hay bales, not partially consumed ones. Huh. I can't pick up a partially consumed one, so I can't teach it to look for those. That's fine. So there'll be a couple extra hay bales in here. I should see these now. The sheep aren't eating all of them. And we have sheep ready to shear again already. Look at that. Okay. So if your hands are empty, go get us some shears. And then go shear a sheep. So it'll find full sheep in the sheep farm. And use the shears. Yep, take that. But if hands are empty, get some shears. Otherwise, shear those sheep. So that I don't have a bunch of extra fleece, I'm going to, for now, have it not shear sheep if the box is full. So if the fleece output is not full, go shear a sheep. Go ahead. So, sheep shear. Or shear the sheep. Look at all that fleece. Awesome. Now that we have a sign and a clearly marked area, I don't need this anymore. That's making things look a little weird. Let's get one more bot collecting up the fleece. Find fleece in the sheep farm and put it in the box. Are those just one? So try to pick up multiples if you can. Otherwise, let's go get up. Okay. Fleece, stow. Fleece, Navidad. And just with 2 sheep, that's going pretty quickly here. Cool. Our hay filled up. And they stopped making it. Now it's low enough to make another one. Let's make another sheep. Let's make our 3rd sheep. So time to get wild and woolly. I'll wait for them to shear this one. Actually, both of them, I guess. Grab that sheep, put it in the barn. No. Oh, I have to select the recipe. I would like to make 1 sheep, please. Thank you. 1 sheep, 2 sheep, and 3 hay bales is all we need. Let's do it. 1, 2, 3. I'll zoom in close so you can see it in detail. Can't see it. 2. And out pops 1 sheep, 2 sheep, 3 sheep. Now we have 3 sheep. And that's really all I wanted for now. And with 2 sheep, we already have 8 fleece here. Yeah, if I ever get Nutmeg on a stream, she can tell you stories about actual sheep breeding. So that's our sheep farm for now. There is a plan, looks like, for sheep farming. Where are we? Livestock, sheep. Yep. So sheep penned 10 sheep. Holy crap. Fleece, sheep sheared and fleece stored. That's a lot of sheep. I mean, I guess I could do 10 sheep. Just seems like a lot of sheep. And they'll just keep eating this hay. Ooh, I should stop feeding them if the fleece is full too. How would I do that? I think I can put until I was thinking I could put an until not full on the fleece output there. But it'll keep trying to drop everything. Trying to prevent it from skipping all the way up to here. Maybe I just put a bigger if loop. If fleece output is not full, do all this work. That's probably the simplest way to do this. That way, once this fills up, we stop churning through our hay bales. That's our sheep farm. Later on, we'll get the what is it? Sheep shack? Shearing shack? I forget what it was called. Make alpaca, dogs. Crude shearing shed. It's the only kind of shearing shed. What happens with that is we can put a crude shearing shed in right here. And there's 3 slots, and what'll happen is the sheep, instead of getting full and just sitting there not eating until somebody comes and shears them or the time limit runs out, they'll go over to the shearing shed and just sit there, and they'll stay there forever until somebody comes and shears them. And then we can have our shearing bot watching that shearing shed for sheep instead of finding random sheep in the farm there. I want to get rid of these shears. Those are way up here. Those are stones. I guess we're keeping the warehouse full. Oh, but our walls here are done. Zoom, zoom. Okay, so plenty of walls. We're almost full on sheep fleece here too. So we can start making those wool blankets we've heard so much about. Those are... I don't need a barn for that. Wanted to look up the blanket. Look at this. I'm on the right page already. Wool blanket. So that's wool and a crude clothing station. So we need another rocking chair. To make wool, we need another spinning wheel. We need a spinning wheel and a rocking chair. Those are under clothes. Yes. Spinning wheel, rocking chair. The blankets, I assume. Let's see, the wool goes into a crate. Blankets go on pallets. So this will be, I'll set up something similar to this, but it doesn't need to be that big. It'll be, need a pallet. And now that our wood's basically caught up, I can make a bunch of extra stuff. Let's make a few more pallets just to have them. We'll need them for other things too. I'll make a bunch of boxes here. Just because we always need crates. So I'll just make another, I'll leave a gap for a road and then just make another house area kind of thing right here. This. So for size, I'm going to need, it was one of these, a box for the wool, a box for the fleece coming in, and this will be the blanket output. Yes. Then inside we'll have our spinning wheel to turn the fleece that's coming in into balls of wool. And we'll have our crude clothing station, our rocking chair, to turn the balls of wool into wool blankets. So this is the size we're looking at. I think I might have them go counterclockwise just because I like the rotation of this better. Let me rotate this one. We'll have something like this. We'll have our box for the incoming fleece. We'll need to spin that on the wheel here. Kind of annoying that won't line up quite right, but not a big deal. This can go here. I don't need to make it really tight fitting, but it's kind of satisfying to do it that way anyway. See, I could almost squeeze everything into a sort of square shape there. Luckily, I don't really need to. So let's go ahead and make it slightly inefficient. Do something like this. Just to get our square going here. That'll do, I guess. Walls. We don't need floors under everything. I'm gonna need floors too. Need more than 7. I don't technically need it under everything, but it just looks nicer to have floors. So let me have walls. 100 walls. Whoa. All right, so 1 space gap, then something like that. Turn on the move tool. Put this right up against there. Okay, so that's about the same size. Walls here. Here. And along here. And then a gate to make it, see, it doesn't count as a room yet until we put in a gate. And now we just need floors. We only really need 3 floors for under here. But I like the look better. I don't decorate much usually in games, but sometimes it's nice to just have something nice. This. Nope, didn't have enough. Got 3 more. That'll do for now. So this is our wool blankets. This is our wool blanket station. Not a C in blanket. This is just wool. Wool wheel. Wheel. And then this is our wool fleece. How do you spell fleece? Hey, cool, they stopped feeding him. Fleece. Cool. I got it right. I suppose I can put these sheep farmers on a sheep farm now. Stowing the fleece, shearing the sheep, and bringing the shears down. So this is our sheep farm. It'd be nice to have white. I guess this is close enough. Now, let's start making wool blankets. What do we need? First, we need to bring the fleece over. So get fleece, bring it over, put it in the box. This will be... I actually had a blueprint for this I could have used. This will work though. So this is wool, fleece, supply. What's a coffee sip for, Wally? 1 fleece to make 1 wool. So you take a wool, make a wool. And this will do... So fill up your hands and empty your hands on this. We're going to do an if statement for if this station wool wheel goes empty, then we'll make basically 6 wool here at once. We'll do it in a batch like that. A wool batch. Woolly batch. This is wool. This will be our stow bot. You're going to find wool balls and put them into the wool box. Fill up your hands if you can. Then come empty your hands. Wherever go. You are wool stow. Lots of walls. Very wall-y. You get to turn the wool into... I never set the recipe. Making wool blankets here. And make bulrush cloth. Wool blankets. Okay. So it's just 1 wool. All these are 1-to-1. Alright. This spot it was. You are going to fill up your hands here and make 1 wool blanket. We'll do the same thing. We'll do hands full and hands empty, and we'll do a batch. So if the wool blanket station ever goes empty, we'll do another batch of blankets. So we'll have sort of a buffer sitting here, but it'll be a small number. Go for it. You are making wool blankets. Blankets. Type, Jeff. And this should be our last one. You are going to find wool blankets and put them on the pallet. So pick up as many as you can and empty your hands here. Forever go. And that's wool blankets automated. We're out of fleece because a sheep went to sleep. I don't know if there's any other kind of blankets. I'm assuming there are. That's why I keep saying wool blankets instead of just blankets. I just called it wool blankets. Blanket stove. And that's wool blankets, wool blanket stove, fleece supply, and stowing the wool. This is wool. This is one of those words that is now sounding really weird every time I say it because I've said it so many times in a row. Wool blankets. Sort of a light brown. I don't know. I'll go with this again. Picking colors is hard. I could turn off the day-night cycle, and that would keep this from happening, but I don't know. I like the change of atmosphere when it rains or the day-night happens. Did I pin? Didn't pin anything. We're just waiting for these sheep to be sheared again. Here comes some. Look at that, we've got 17 blankets already. We've basically turned all the fleece we already had into blankets already. All right. Looking pretty good. So, to go back and recap again, we finished the level 3 research. Yep, toys was the last thing we needed. And we've been spending the rest of the time doing this construction for the next level up. This will let us start getting power and things. Because we need the triangular frames for the water wheels. And we're going to get the box frames, which all these storages are nice too. They hold way more, and multiple bots can use them at the same time. But yeah. So we finished level 3 there. We've got a sheep farm going. It's not that impressive yet, but it will be. Cue Yoda voice. It will be. We have our wool blankets, a grass farm. Over here we have our cottages that we needed for the next tier of colonists. Got a nice supply of things to build with when we get back. The cottages, where'd those go? That's the wrong button. This button. We got 10 stone cottages ready to go. We'll go ahead and build those out here. We've got the toy making ready to go. The wool blankets were the one thing we didn't have. Also gonna need like wooden buttons and that kind of things for the doll. But nothing too crazy for the dolls, if I remember right. Where's the dolls again? Doll. So yeah, the wooden buttons are the only thing we don't already have. We have poles, stones, wool blankets, and buttons, and we'll be making dolls. So we'll build another. I think these need floors, probably. I think I have one, right? Yeah, floors and walls. So we'll build another little house like this, and we'll bring in our blankets and other supplies that we need, and have just a doll making factory. We'll get that done next time, and then all we'll have left is upgrading our food. Oh no, we'll need the dresses too. So we'll need to take these tunics and turn them into dresses. So next time, take a note. Dresses, toys, better food. Probably in that order. Just because the food is always something. I think we'll need to start making dough. The next level of food. Just check on that real quick too. Food. Where's my pumpkins? So we're making the pumpkin soup right now. We'll need the pumpkin stew, which will take dough. So we'll need to start making dough. Raking in the dough. Full up on blankets. Nice. We have an extra supply sitting here. So pretty soon we'll have all those ready to go. Yeah. 342 bots. I think we had 305 at the beginning of the episode. I'll have to go back and review the tape. In any case, that's a good place to call it for the night. I'm going to raid Ontario. He is playing Played Up. Yep. As I suspected. So I'm going to raid Ontario. Stick around, say hi, visit, ! Visit in his chat so you can join in on the restaurant and give him grief ordering food. I'll be back on Sunday night for shenanigans, and Monday night will be my next solo stream. I'll be playing a different game, and then be back with Autonauts again on Wednesday. So in the meantime, let me hit the button. In the meantime, remember to be kind, have fun, and I'll see you later, everyone. Thanks for joining. Bye.